Robert Heffernan with Endotech, exclusively for the Pareto Network and Endotech subscribers. This is Blockchain Vitals. It's our daily show talking cryptos, and I am a master endo technician, firmly in the matrix when I'm trading cryptos. And we got what we call in the trade a churn going on here, a churn forward, a churn up. The market is just, especially Bitcoin, just steady as she goes. You know, no rounding Cape Horn just yet. No troubled waters as we sail higher. And I'm involved, and I have been for a while. And so happy to be playing the long side. But let's do the rounds because I want to talk about a few things here. Doing the rounds, we do it every day, talking what's going on in the crypto land and crypto sphere, things in the headlines. And, you know, I spent some time usually in doing the rounds pointing out one guy that says cryptos are a fraud and they're going to zero, and then, you know, somebody else on the other side. The other side of it today, news out, was Google with their big data. You know, I got to get this right, all right, because I don't want to mess it up. Anyway, Google, a fairly well-known company, Google. Have you heard of Google? All right, Google, its BigQuery and the Google Cloud's petabyte scale data warehousing solution has made the Ethereum database available to enable the exploration of smart contract analytics, the company announced today. So let me ask you a question. If you're one of those people that purport that the blockchain and these cryptos are a fraud and a scam, why is Google involved? I mean, it doesn't seem to me Google would waste their time on a fraud or a scam. Other ones in the news today, the Deutsche Börse Exchange launches dedicated cryptocurrency and blockchain unit. There's one news item after another that should say to you, this can't possibly be a scam and a fraud, this technology, if these mega businesses, companies are involved in it and getting involved in it every day. You know, so I love reading the guys that say this kind of stuff. And then the other one that I got that I love today, all right, hold on, I got to find it. You know, we had a little it's not in here. Now, of course, it's not in the feed anymore. Anyway, it was from an economist, I believe for the Dutch Central Bank, saying that Bitcoin will have another big drop before it rallies. You know, I love an economist saying something like this. And I read the whole article. And lots of times I just read, I'll be honest with you, I read headlines and I skim. I'm not a great reader, but I can read a headline and I can skim. Anyway, I read this whole article, and in no place in the article did the gentleman, the economist, say, I am short Bitcoin because it's going lower before it goes higher. I just, you know what? I am long. Actually, I'm not long Bitcoin because I think there's better plays in the other majors here based on the cross. But in general, I'm long cryptos. All right, and I know where I'm right and I know where I'm wrong, and I don't need to tell you that just some bland statement like that. I think it's going lower before it goes higher. Great, I'm glad you're an economist because you're not a trader. Thanks. You know, I think it's going to go higher before it goes lower. Ridiculous. And then I want to just reiterate my thoughts on hold. Just throw money at something, and just like you could throw it out the window, I want to reaffirm that we at Endotech do not abide by the theory that you should just hold, stick your head in the sand, and everything might be all right. And we also don't think that you should be in this just with money that you could throw out the window, because we don't think you should be in anything with money you could just throw out the window. Why even do that? Why come to the table with that mentality? All right? There are ways to protect yourself, to be involved, and to make sure your money doesn't go to zero. Why do that? I don't know. I'm fired up all over again, and I thought I was over it, but I guess I'm not. Anyway, that's what I'm seeing here. Not so, just news every single day of major companies getting involved. Another news thing today, and I think it broke the Ethereum, is, I tried reading this article too about the Ethereum protocol and Casper, and might having to delay the upgrade and the proof of stake, moving to a proof of stake. And it's, technologically right over my head. But what I do know is that a ton of incredibly intelligent people are having a vibrant discussion about the ecosystem and the technology and how to move forward to best serve everybody. That's the beautiful thing about an open blockchain network. People are engaged, right? They're engaged because they want to change the world. And you know how they don't want to change the world by making it less fair, less transparent, good for just a few. That's not the people coming into this and the ideology behind the people involved in it. All right. And so you read this article and it's just over my head, the technology side of it. But what isn't over my head is the fact that great things will come from incredibly intelligent people with the same goal, is to create these systems that are more fair, more equitable, more transparent. And they're arguing vehemently on how to get there. And that's awesome to see. That is awesome to see people that intelligent really trying to make a difference and having a spirited debate on what's the best way to get there. So I think, they might have broke Ethereum on that. I think Ethereum has other problems long-term as an investment vehicle, but you cannot deny the incredible power that Ethereum will have in all of these ERC20 tokens trying to solve real-world problems on the blockchain and with blockchain, and I'm involved with it. That's what the Pareto Network is. All right, listen, I got to say goodbye to the YouTube crowd, and we need to take the vitals because there's price action here that we need to talk about. And I tweeted it out, mind the mo. And if you are watching on YouTube, you need to be an Endotech subscriber or a Pareto token holder in order to watch this segment at endotech.io and take part in the discussion of actionable trading information that I'm going to go over.